The Laws of Ascension, Chapter 108, meeting Leora leaves and heads back to her dorm. Lorik and Vera return to the academy. Do you think if Torvin and Soren aid the kingdom's forces, they'll be able to end this war with Calvaris? Vera asks. I'm not sure, Lorik replies with a shrug. It'll depend on how many mages Calvaris has. For all we know, they could have twice the grand mages we have down there. But when it comes to gathering info, no one else is better than us. So we'll know soon enough what kind of numbers we're dealing with. Speaking of, from the way people spoke earlier, it sounds like grand mages are rare. Just how many grand mages are there? I had thought there were a good bit of them, but now I'm doubting that there's even 100 in the army. Vera asks. The army should have over 100, but they won't have more than 150. Only about 1% of mages can become grand mages. Or at least, that's what Torvin and Soren both told me growing up. But with the kingdom being so big, there should be over 100 in the army. That said, not all can be deployed. While Calvaris is the only other kingdom at war with Valthorn, there are other kingdoms eyeing us up. If the war ends and we're weakened, they'll attack. Even if they see a chance to, they'll attack and claim Valthorn's lands. So they have to keep some grand mages on standby to prevent that. Lorik replies as they get to the academy. They walk through the gates and down to their dorms. What do you think they'll demand from the kingdom? Vera asks, after enduring no one's close enough to overhear. Gold, definitely. But I'm not sure what else. Probably something like fewer restrictions on their work or something else like that. Maybe even a pass they can use next time someone on the list gets caught. Lorik replies before they stop in front of their dorm. They enter and find Rowan and Sarah inside. How was it? Sarah asks as they walk into the living room. Good, they agreed. I can't be sure what their terms are, but they'll manage 8 grand mages at least. Lorik replies, causing her to sigh. Good, I was getting worried earlier. From the sounds of it, there are not enough grand mages to deal with everything. Since mages aren't able to fight these invaders one-on-one, we'll need all we can get. Sarah says, Can mages not fight the invaders? Vera asks. They can, but the information the Holy Queen gave us suggests they team up in groups of 6 to 10, but only if they're 4th tier or above, otherwise they won't be able to handle the invaders. Rowan replies, I can vouch for that. Those things were damn strong. Lorik replies before moving his right arm. And Lorik, Master told me to pass on an order from her. Sarah starts, giving Lorik a bad feeling. You are not to leave the capital alone. She'll be sending a mage with you from now on. She doesn't want the invaders to get to you before you can handle them safely. Sarah replies, causing him to sigh. Anyway, how was the trip? Did anyone try anything again? Rowan asks. No, well, Lorik got into a fight, Vera replies. What? Why? Sarah asks. It was with an annoying bastard. We always fight whenever we cross paths. We wouldn't kill each other, don't worry. But we definitely broke each other's bones. If I didn't drink that potion earlier, I'd still be walking with a limp. Lorik replies, surprising Vera. I thought you were limping because of pain, not because you broke something. When did you drink a potion? She asks him, when you were asking Soren and Tovin your secret. Lorik replies, Oh, what secret? Sarah asks, the secret kind. Anyway, did Master say when we're leaving on Monday for training? Vera replies, No. Are you excited? Sarah asks, causing her to nod. I'm more curious how she'll train us, Vera replies. What about you, Lorik? Are you looking forward to your training? Rowan asks. Yeah, but more so for answers. Lorik replies. So, I've wanted to ask this for a while now, but don't know how to bring it up. So I'm just gonna go for it. Will we have to fight in this war? I don't mean the one with the invaders. I'm already planning to fight that, but the one with Calvaris. Will we have to join the fight? Vera asks. No, Master told us we won't have to. She won't stop us from doing so as long as we're prepared and understand what we're doing. But she's not going to make us. Sarah replies, causing Vera to sigh. Good, I didn't want to have to kill people, she says. Lorik, she says after a moment, how did it feel when you killed someone? You don't have to answer. I just wanted to ask. You want the honest answer or my therapist's take on it? Lorik asks back. Be both, Vera replies after a moment. At the moment, I felt joy. To remind you, I had killed 3 men who kidnapped my sister, Before killing them, I overheard them talking about selling her, so I felt joy at stopping them and helping my sister. My therapist thought I felt that way since I was numbing myself to everything else at the time. I was in a dark place at that time, so I numbed myself to the shock of it. Since I didn't let myself feel anything about killing them, I instead felt joy at being able to help my sister. Lorik replies. Thank you, Vera says, surprising Lorik a little. He looks at her, but she gets up. Anyway, I'm going to take on a new task. She adds before leaving. Lorik just sighs and shakes his head before getting up. I'm going to head out to the forest. I want to gather some materials for potions, he says before leaving. He leaves the academy and the capital. As he leaves the academy, he stops in a changing room outside of it. There's small rooms available to all students. This way, they can change into armor when they leave or their uniform when they get back. He hadn't used them before, but he decides to now. He doesn't tell Cyrilda, since he's only heading to the outer forest. He casts Hunter's vision and starts looking around for materials. Since he's done this hundreds of times, he knows exactly where to look. After about 2 hours, he sees something interesting. In the distance, he sees a familiar aura. The person is standing in front of 3. These 3 are all bigger. Since he can see their bodies with his spell, he can tell they're all bigger. He can also tell they're high-level mages. What the hell is going on down there? Lorik thinks before getting closer. They're in a dense part of the woods, surrounded by trees. He manages to get close enough to hear them and listens in. Down again. We won't be giving you another chance. One of the 3 high-level mages says. Lorik didn't get to hear the start of their sentence. She's a woman, and standing in front of the other 2. I won't, trust me. I'll kill him with my own hands if necessary. Tristane, the person Lorik recognized, replies, You had better. And remember, if you get caught, we will not help you. Another man adds. His tone of voice is deep, and he has an accent. I won't get caught. I got away with it last time, didn't I? It was your guy who failed the job. Tristane replies, causing the man to ball his fists up. Enough. Tristane, get the job done. And don't fail us. You won't escape the consequences if you do. The woman says before tossing him a leather bag. He catches it before she waves him off. Tristane turns and walks away, but Lorik stays where he is. He lifts his arm and starts typing a message to Cyrilda. He says help, but doesn't send it. He only gets it ready to send, just in case. Are you sure we can trust him? The third man asks, also speaking with an accent. We don't need to. He's too stupid to figure it out. As long as he puts it in, we're good. Push comes to shove, we can just get rid of him too. The woman replies. Lorik watches them before sending the message. The woman points over to the tree he's hiding behind. There are bushes around the base, and he's sitting down against them. The 2 men start walking around, slowly getting into position to attack. So why did we choose this kid again? He doesn't seem to be the best choice. The first man asks while slowly walking toward Lorik. Because he's stupid enough to listen. Now get ready to move. We can't stay here long. The woman says sternly, causing Lorik to smile. He lifts his claws and gets ready. The 2 men are almost on him. Just before he jumps out to try and take them by surprise, the space next to him cracks. Cyrilda steps out and looks around. Ironheart? The woman all but shouts. The 2 men stumble back, and the woman tries to flee. Cyrilda reaches out and manipulates space. She makes it thicker and more condensed. This locks it, preventing the 3 from moving. What's going on here, Lorik? Cyrilda asks. Before Lorik can reply, he sees something in their soul veins. A ball of red appears in their chests before spikes shoot out from it. The soul veins disappear as the ball kills them. Godric's people, Cyrilda says, as blood drips out of their mouths. They were talking with Tristane. They gave him a bag, and he left a bit ago. I saw his aura earlier and came to investigate since I thought it was odd for him to meet up with people out here. They talked a bit too. Tristane said something about how he didn't fail last time, but that they did. So it's clear this wasn't their first meeting. Lorik replies before Cyrilda turns to him. She asks him to tell her everything, and he does. He repeats what they all said and what he saw. After he finishes, she sighs. Why did this have to happen after all that invader stuff? She says before sighing. Let's go. Help me track down Tristane. I'll investigate what's in the bag before questioning him about them. Cyrilda says while motioning to the three dead mages. She teleports them back to the nearest city gate, and they wait. After a few minutes, Lorik sees Tristane's aura. Cyrilda walks up to him, and Lorik follows. She grabs him without a word, and the three teleport and disappear. The people who see this get taken aback, but the guards were informed beforehand, so they calm everyone down.